Oh wow, there was a bolt of lightning that just hit like right across the parking lot there. And now the power's out. I was watching a movie with DVD commentary. Oh wait. What a storm. It's honestly a little scary to be out in this. Car alarm was going off a little while ago. Love it. I need to do another big trip out in nature. I want to kayak the Aleutians. You know, for a not great neighborhood, it's kind of pretty. I like the small apartments lining a cul-de-sac thing, and all the trees. Yikes. Oh man, if I get struck by lightning right here, I might fall off my balcony. Are some lights starting to turn back on, or are people using flashlights? Wow. I love it. I'm glad I have a place with a dry roof that doesn't leak. This balcony has a roof. That seems like less than ideal drainage right there. Right there, okay. I'll just stay home. Lights coming on. Maybe the same will happen here. But actually, I think that's for my car. Whoa. I'm a little freaked out. I wrote earlier, I'm glad I wasn't writing with my computer still plugged in, and I could like fried my laptop. And this happened. Wow. Nothing like a desert storm. Everyone's all, oh, deserts are dry. Dry as a desert. The craziest rainstorms I've ever seen have been desert storms. Well, I've seen some pretty nutso ones in the south, too, now that I think about it. Wow. I love a rainstorm. Ah, power's still out. Well, this isn't go to bed. A little earlier than I was planning. I got a book flashlight too, so I'll be alright. Wow. Well, Feral cats in the bathroom. I guess you're in the dark for a little while. I'm not going to go in there at the moment. The feral cats in my bathroom right now. I'm just briefly hosting them until they get new homes. Wow. Whoa. Apocalyptic. Takes me back to the desert rainstorms of Thatcher, Arizona when I was living there. Never seen such crazy rain. Can you see anything? I have a funny idea. I'm going to make this video, my video for Henry James's selected stories that I read as part of the paperback project. Because why not? I really enjoyed this. It's probably already been like a month since I read it, so I should have commented on it sooner. But I liked all four of the stories in here, which come from different periods of Henry James's writing. But I thought he's a really clear, interesting, important American voice in literature, and I'll never see the character of Daisy in The Great Gatsby again the same way. Daisy Miller is the prototype for Daisy Buchanan. Completely transformed my reading of Gatsby. And there's supporting documents that show that Fitzgerald thought of Daisy Buchanan as a grown-up version of Daisy Miller that didn't die. Daisy Miller is like a novella. It's the fourth one in here. And there's a variety of topics, but a lot of them are kind of about Europe and America. Rain on the floor. Can't really rifle through this in the way I want to right now. This great storm going on, but I'm glad I read this. Henry James is important. I now want to really read him. There are so many good lines in here. There are so many great insights and close observational things. It's kind of funny. He has period racism woven throughout, but his racism is often like Pierce's dad on Community, where it's really specific to some region, like the Northern Italians. How are you bigoted against Northern Italians? But I can tell that Henry James was a painter because so many of his characters are painters, and because him being a good painter makes him a good writer, I think. I don't know, if he's not a painter, he really understands, he looks at the world that closely. He describes faces in brush strokes almost. I think he's excellent. I really enjoyed this. If I could flip through this freely without holding this camera and this light and whatever, and if my eyesight was better, we would find many lines in all four of these stories. Is it kind of a random selection? Maybe a little bit. But I thought they were all good. Now, sometimes collections are strange. I'm like, why these four in this order? Why not put stories in the order they were written? It seems like you can learn more that way about their composition and development of themes. I sure would like the power to come back on. That was from this bolt that hit right by here. I wonder if anyone's even reported it to the power company yet. Anyway, Henry James, selected short stories, one of the most recent reads from the paperback project. I'm reading all the paperbacks in my mainstream literary mass market paperback section, which has over 200 titles in it. And I'll probably die before it's finished, but whatever. I'm like being more literate than I would normally. I'm reading things I've always meant to read, and I love a mass market paperback. I think they're the apotheosis of the form. My neighbors are loud. But yeah, Henry James, you know, it's pretty good. Well, alright. You know what they say. Sometimes the power goes out, but you still gotta brush your teeth. Sometimes there's 3 feral cats in your bathroom, and you gotta just give them their space. These are all late U.S. Empire aphorisms. But Henry James, you know, what do y'all think? This guy seems great, I think. I plan to read a lot of Henry James in the future. I see a direct line from him to Fitzgerald for sure. And he's kind of a strange figure who became an expatriate, even renounced his American citizenship, I think. But guy could write. Had something to say. Stuff's deep. Very thought-provoking. It's good for the brain to read fiction. I'm telling you. I don't know what it is. Every once in a while I have a conversation with somebody that's like, oh, I just read nonfiction. I'm like, you don't know what you're missing out on. Friend Thomas only reads political nonfiction. I'm like, mix it up. Well, he's read 1984 and a couple other relevant texts of that sort. I think a good quote is E.L. Dr. Rowe saying, we go to history to know what happened and to literature to see how it felt. I love fiction. I love novels. I love short stories. This is the good stuff right here. I'm glad I have a lot of Henry James. I'm going to read more of him. I have Maisie, What Maisie Knew, which is about a 5-year-old's experience of her parents' divorce. Wow. I have his complete short stories. And I have nice copies of Daisy Miller, at least one. I think I have a biography of him in the art crit section. Because I'm cool like that. Because that's just the kind of guy I am. Well, the power's out. My phone is also my alarm. I hope it has enough juice to last through the night and wake me up. Maybe I should stop filming right now. Yep, that's exactly what I should do. Am I doing that, though? Yes, in a moment. Oh, I think the light just went back on. Maybe? No. Lightning. Shadows on the ceiling can be creepy even when you know what they're from. Please protect me. Frightened kitties, comfort me. And then I said, well, we're gonna have to build an ark. Alright, cats. You're right. No use smoking around. Henry James. Love to hate him, hate to love him. Love to love him, hate to hate him. Hate to love to hate him. How do you feel about this guy? What's your opinion? I know other writers have made cracks about him over the years. Like, I think Mark Twain called Henry James our finest lady author. And I think Woody Guthrie said he was born wearing women's underpants or something. But I think they had crappy taste in books sometimes. They were real bro-ish bros sometimes. Mark Twain and Edward Abbey. Ugh, just hear creepy sounds. Wait, oh. Anyway, Henry James. I think they're quite robust stories. They're not a feat at all. I don't know why. Anyway, like they hated Mark Twain hated Jane Austen. Like I'm like, man, he could be a narrow-minded reader at times. An old river guy. Somehow, twice in my life, I found myself at shows that are like Mark Twain impersonators, and I kind of hated it both times. Seems like something I might be okay with, but it was like, what is this? But I do think I need to read more Twain. Anyway, Henry James. 2 first names. Looked up this painting. This is a nice old paperback of a certain time. It was very 80s to me. Could be wrong. Gotta love a paperback. Alright. Well, y'all, take care. I don't know when my power's coming back on. I hope I'm not late to work tomorrow. And we'll see. This has been a review of the selected stories by Henry James. Kind of.